Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is presented by
Bell Tire. The start to the Tigers season is beginning to reach historic proportions. After 10 games, the Tigers are 9-1, matching the best start since 1984 when the Tigers went on to win the World Series. Everything going right for the ball club, including a walk-off yesterday and another great day for baseball today. Game 2 featuring the White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Tigers Baseball. Mario and Cumber, Rod Allen, glad to have you with us here for Game 2 in the series, and so far so good for the Tigers. Rod, every facet of the ball game has gone right so far for the Tigers. It's been a whole lot of fun.
I don't know about you, buddy, but I can surely get used to this. The way that they're playing baseball right now is the way that a lot of people expected them to play, especially here in Detroit, especially those down there in that Tigers clubhouse. 7-0 already against the American League Central. That's fascinating.
It really is. Now, the Tigers and White Sox hooked up in a pretty good duel yesterday. Good pitching matchup. Might be even better today. Chris Sale, Anibal Sanchez.
Well, you got Chris Sale going for the Chicago White Sox, and he's always a problem for the Tigers. This guy is long and he's rangy, about 6'7". He throws from a sidearm, low three-quarter arm slot with above-average stuff. And then you start to talk about Sanchez from the right side. He is very good. Take a look at the comparisons of these guys since 2003. There are a lot of similar numbers. These are two outstanding pitchers. Yesterday, as you mentioned, was a pitching duel. We should see another one here today.
All right, might as well keep it going. After a short break, we'll send you back at the Call Sam Studios. Check in with Matt Shepard. But coming up this afternoon, look who's back in the lineup. Victor Martinez. He absolutely hammers Chris Sale. Bats better than 500 against him. Victor and the Tigers taking on the White Sox next. It is another spectacular day for baseball here at Comerica Park, and we are ready to get this one going. The first pitch of today's ball game is a strike called on Adam Eaton, who leads it off for Chicago. Tigers and White Sox, game 2 in this series. Tigers won the opener yesterday in walk-off fashion. Anibal Sanchez on the hill for the Tigers. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Eaton sends the ground ball foul, and quickly is in the hole now, 0-2. Eaton in the ball game yesterday was 2 out of 4. Off to a slow start this year, though. 158 in the batting average column. No homers, no RBIs. Tigers got a terrific effort from David Price yesterday. Hopeful of the same from Sanchez today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it popped up left side of the infield. Perez, the third baseman, makes the play. One gone. Anibal Sanchez today presented by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Anibal Sanchez making his third start of the 2015 campaign. Checks in with a 3.46 ERA. He's won 1. He's lost 1. He's got the great command with the fastball anywhere from 92 to 95. He's got the curve, slider, and a well above average changeup that he's not afraid to throw to the right-handed batters.
Here is Melky Cabrera, batting in the 2 spot these days for the White Sox, and he looks at a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
If the White Sox continue to get struggles from Cabrera and also their leadoff hitter Adam Eaton, it's going to make it very difficult for the big fella in the on-deck circle to get good pitches to hit. That would be Jose Abreu.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the rest of the lineup for the White Sox, presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Eaton, Cabrera, and Abreu in the top 3 spots. LaRoche, Garcia, and Gillespie in the middle today. And then you've got Ramirez, Flowers, and Micah Johnson playing second base. So some changes this afternoon for Robin Ventura. 1-1 pitch is lined to right field. That's a base hit. 1-out single for Melky Cabrera.
And Melky's a switch hitter, and he's got tremendous bat range. He can go up to the top of the strike zone. He can go down to the bottom of the zone, as he does here on a slider that he basically takes right off the dirt for a solid single in the right field.
Cabrera also came in with a slow start, batting 162, but he's aboard now for the number 3 hitter, Jose Abreu. Batting 206. Really, the White Sox as a team have struggled with the bat so far. Here's a strike call from Sanchez. Abreu coming off a Rookie of the Year season. Just 4 for his last 17. Here's the 0-1. On the ground to third, fair ball inside the bag. It goes to the corner. Cabrera's on his way to third base, and they're going to stop him there. That'll be a double for Jose Abreu, and the White Sox off and running early.
Already the 3rd double of the season for the very talented Jose Abreu. That's a 92-mile-per-hour fastball that Anibal Sanchez tried to crowd him with, and somehow, some way, Abreu was able to hit that one past Perez, who was pretty much playing him to pull down the third base line.
So an early scoring chance now as Adam LaRoche digs in. He's got a couple of home runs this year. He's knocked in 4, but another sub-200 batting average. Check swing. They will appeal down at third. He went around. 0-1 on LaRoche. Neither team able to do a whole lot offensively against the opposing pitcher yesterday. Sanchez trying to pitch out of a first inning jam here today. Here's the 0-1. Big swing there by LaRoche, 0-2.
Fastball, 92 miles an hour, right down the middle, thrown right by Adam LaRoche.
Tigers pitching coming into this game at home have been really pretty much unhittable. They had given up just 1 earned run in 36 innings at home so far this year.
If you're Sanchez, you might just want to climb the ladder one more time to see if you can get LaRoche to swing through another one.
Fouled back out of play.
Let's take a look at the Tigers starting defense presented by Bill Fox Chevrolet. Cespedes, Davis, Martinez in the outfield. Hernan Perez gets a nod over at the third base position. Castellanos struggled against Chris Sale. Iglesias, Kinsler, Miggy in the infield, and James McCann, the starting catcher today.
And Brad said before the game that Perez hadn't started a game since spring training. They had to get him in there, and you might as well do it when one of your guys is struggling against the opposing pitcher, and that would be Castellanos. So Hernan gets the call today, but good luck. He's got to face Chris Sale.
And nice block there by the rookie, James McCann, with 2 strikes. And you want to have the confidence as a pitcher to throw the ball down there when you have a guy behind the plate that's willing to get down and get dirty for you.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss to strike him out. First strikeout for Sanchez, and it comes in a big spot.
It's a hanging breaking ball that he threw there to LaRoche. LaRoche with a big swing was not able to put it in play.
Right at the upper reaches of the strike zone. 2 gone now for Abisail Garcia. Homered in the ball game yesterday, his first of the year. That was hit against David Price, and he hit it the other way out to right center field. A couple of runners on for the White Sox. They've got Cabrera and Abreu aboard. Garcia fouls it back out of play. Sanchez last year 8-5 for the Tigers, 21 starts. He has struggled recently against Chicago batters, but he's trying to turn that around today. Garcia, big, strong hitter. Here's the 0-1. Make it 0-2 on Javi Garcia. This would give Sanchez a big boost if he can pitch out of this trouble here. Now the 0-2. Ball high as Garcia takes a fastball out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. White Sox check in today at 3-6. The Tigers, well, you know what kind of start they've gotten off to, 9-1, which matches the '84 Tigers for the fastest 10-game start. Now Garcia given time. The 1968 team as well was off to a 9-1 start, as was the 1911 team. We could tell you a little bit more about the '84 and '68 teams.
Not so much about the 1911 squad.
Might have to do some research there. Chris Sale waiting his turn. He'll face the Tigers today. Chopper back up the middle. Here comes Iglesias. And that is that for Chicago. A single, a double, they leave 2 in scoring position. And we go to the bottom of the first here at Comerica Park. No score. pitcher today. We'll look at last year's numbers on Chris Sale.
As far as stuff is concerned, Chris Sale really takes no backseat to no left-hander in the game. Tall, long, and lanky. Above average fastball up to 98 miles an hour in his first start of the year against the Minnesota Twins. Above average slider and an underrated changeup.
And he'll be tested by Rajai Davis right off the bat here. Davis in the leadoff slot for the Tigers.
First pitch uncorked by Sale, 95 miles an hour.
It's lifted in the shallow right field. That ball slicing and landing there. On his way to second is Davis. Rajai will get in there with a double. A bloop double to right field is how the Tigers start this one.
Everything going right these days for Tigers leadoff hitters. Rajai smelt double right out of the batter's box, and with Avi Garcia in right field and his really good throwing arm from that position, if you're Rajai Davis, you had to be thinking two out of the batter's box.
What a dynamite combo Davis and Gose have been here in the first week and a half of the season. Rajai career against Sale now is 6 for 13.
And Rajai Davis is not afraid to steal third base with Kinsler in the batter's box with nobody out in the first inning.
Swing and a miss on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
It looks like he's going to take a page out of Jeff Samardzij's book, who pitched for the White Sox yesterday and who was outstanding. Samardzij was 95 with a lot of his fastballs yesterday.
Kinsler was hitless in yesterday's ball game. There's Samardzij. Certainly pitched well enough to win. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the Tigers lineup today, presented by the Michigan Ford dealers. And they feature Rajai Davis, Ian Kinsler, and Miguel Cabrera in the top 3 spots. Victor back in there at DH, then J.D. Martinez and Yoenis Cespedes. McCann, Perez, and Iglesias, who had the game-winning hits in yesterday's game and leads the league in hitting. Here's the 0-2. That's back out of play.
And it looks like Chris Sale just going to try to overpower some of these Tigers hitters, at least here in the first inning. If you're Rajai Davis and you want to steal third base, you may as well wait for a breaking ball or a changeup. You've been on second base now. You've seen the pitch sequences of Flowers and also Sale. So if you want to steal third, just wait for something off speed.
And the 0-2. Another one back out of play. The Tigers lineup today is loaded with righties. In fact, there is not one left-handed batter in the lineup. Of course, Martinez is a switch hitter, but the reason for that is obviously Sale is just death on lefties.
Well, his last 4 years, Chris Sale's limited left-handed batters to a 185 batting average.
Ooh, there you go. This time Bluff back to second base. In fact, the last time a left-hander hit a home run against Chris Sale was Brennan Bosch back here at Comerica Park in 2012. He's not given up a homer to a lefty since. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, tied him up. They'll throw down at first to complete the strikeout.
Let's take a look at the Chicago White Sox starting defense, brought to you by Tim Hortons. They have Cabrera, Eaton, and Garcia in the outfield, Gillespie, Ramirez, Johnson, LaRoche in the infield, and Tyler Flowers is their catcher. Outstanding slide piece here thrown by Chris Sale. I mean, really, you haven't seen a slider like that from a left-hander since Randy Johnson was pitching.
And that's exactly who Brad Austin has compared Sale to before the game today. Miggy fouls it back out of play.
The birthday boy, Miggy, 32 years young today. Off to a torrid start in 2015.
Double in the ball game yesterday off the top of the wall, and of course the young fans love Miggy. The more seasoned fans love him as well. 0-1 on Cabrera. Sale missing high. Another high octane fastball at 98.
The majority of the 9 pitches that Chris Sale has already thrown in this game have been fastballs, and they've all been 97 and above.
Very slender build, 6'6", 180 is Sale. Way outside, 2-1.
Yeah, he's still saving his meal money. He's not spending much.
No, doesn't appear to.
He's putting it in his pocket.
He's not taking advantage of the postgame spread either.
It'd be nice to have some metabolism like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that was long gone for me. I think that left me in my 20s. Here's the 2-1. Bouncing ball just foul outside of the bag at third. Cabrera, 8 home runs shy of 400. He's hit a couple this year. Miggy last year had 19 game-winning RBIs, which was the highest total in the American League. Clutch hitter, even though he was not physically healthy. Got Davis at second. Fouled back out of play again. Cabrera in his career has not hit all that well against Chris Sale, only 200. However, he does have 2 home run balls against the lanky lefty. Rajay measuring his lead. Another foul straight back. Well, another great day here at the ballpark, and today's field conditions are presented by Ace Hardware and the Scott's Company. 64 degrees at game time. A little bit cooler than yesterday. Not much, though. But main thing is we have clear skies and sunshine. We will take this all day long in April. Cabrera fouls off another, and he's giving Sale fits here. Another 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
And Miguel is one that when a guy is throwing as hard as Sale with 98 miles an hour, he's not trying to pull this fastball. He's simply pulling his hands close to his body, and you can see the concentration with the head directly down in the hitting zone. He's trying to drive that ball to right field. It's tough to pull 98.
Here's the 8th pitch coming up. And he missed high to run the count full now, 3-2.
I cannot remember a start where Chris Sale has come out against the Tigers in the last 4 years with his foot as heavy on the gas pedal as it is right now.
Typically 93, 4, or 5, but he's touching 98. Drill to center field, and that's going to drop. Base hit. Davis rounding third. They'll send him home. Eaton's throw to the plate is not in time. It'll get by the catcher Flowers, and Cabrera will go to second base.
What a hitter. I mean, what a hitter. Chris Sale is one of the more dominant left-handed pitchers on the planet, and he needed almost 10 pitches to get Miggy, and he didn't get him. Miggy finally connects. Rajay Davis able to score, even though Eaton in center field has a very strong throwing arm.
Is that just a classic matchup or what?
I mean, it just gives you an idea of how good Miguel Cabrera is, really. It really does.
I mean, he was fouling off 98-mile-an-hour fastballs, runs the count to 3-2, and picks up his 10th RBI of the year.
And now if you're Chris Sale, you get to face a guy who's 15 of 29 in his career against you, and Victor Martinez. That's better than 500.
Amazing indeed. Single RBI and an error. Charge to the center fielder, Adam Eaton.
And so Miggy continues to get it done on his birthday. Tigers are 5-2 on Miguel Cabrera's birthdays since he's put on a Tigers uniform.
0-1. Victor waves and misses 0-2. Martinez did not play yesterday. Still a little bit ginger when he bats left-handed. That's his load knee, his back knee. And so he's much more comfortable right-handed, although when you face Sale, you wonder how comfortable you can be until you look at his numbers. As Rod mentioned, over 500 against Sale. Stays alive. Well, the Bernstein advantage brings you the pitcher-batter matchup, and we talked about the numbers. Here they are in detail. .517 average, 3 homers, 3 doubles.
Yeah, his contact to damage range is off the charts. against Sale.
Sale has him behind in the count 0-2. It's foul straight back.
Good arms in the outfield for the White Sox. If you weren't with us yesterday, I pointed out that their left fielder Cabrera with a very good arm. Center fielder Eaton can really throw from that center field position. And you know all about Garcia. He's got an outstanding arm.
So Sale right now at 20 pitches. The Tigers are certainly making him work. Cabrera did a lot of that by himself. Bouncing ball foul, third base side. Tigers out to an early lead. They're up 1-0. They come into this game 9-1. They have played defense. They have pitched extremely well. Sanchez getting the call today. And while the offense has not been as productive as it was in Cleveland, it's still doing enough to get victories. Some late clutch hits in Pittsburgh. And yesterday as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. JD Martinez waiting on deck. Bouncing ball to short. And Alexei Ramirez has it there. Cabrera retreats, 2 gone. So a rare win for Sale in that at bat. Now JD Martinez. JD at 256 now. He's hit 4 home runs this year. He was 0 for 4 in yesterday's opener. JD with a rip, 0-1. Sale, a native of Lakeland, Florida, where the Tigers do their training. March. No balls, 2 strikes. Sale started the season on the disabled list, had a fracture in his foot that he suffered in February, and came back to make his first start. There are the particulars on the 26-year-old.
They said even though he was hurt in spring training and couldn't get on the mound, he continued to throw. And he was throwing from his knees at one point in time, just trying to keep the arm in shape.
A little bit outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Martinez. There's Cespedes waiting on deck. Popped up, foul. And this will get back into the seats. Cabrera putting the Tigers ahead here with an RBI single. Oh, it was spectacular yesterday. Same story here this afternoon. Nice gathering here today for a Saturday afternoon game. And clear skies, a little bit of a breeze today. There's a strike 3 and a swing and a miss by Martinez to end the inning. However, Tigers able to take a quick lead on Chris Sale. Rajay Davis got him going with a double, and his buddy Miggy drove him home. Cabrera, RBI single, has given Detroit the early lead in this one. Connor Gillespie will start things off for the White Sox. Gillespie, then Ramirez, and then Flowers. Facing Anibal Sanchez. First one is in there for a strike. They have the shift on against Gillespie, who is a .278 hitter. Here's that shift. They've got the third baseman Perez out there in short right.
And Gillespie, good contact hitter. He's short, quick stroke. Makes a lot of contact.
Gillespie had himself a really solid season last year. Batted .282 as the White Sox third baseman. Not sure he really, Rod, gives you as much power as you expect out of that position, but pretty solid numbers nonetheless.
Not only does he not give you power, but he doesn't give you a lot defensively either. Now, they've been looking for a third baseman, someone to take over that job on a day-to-day basis, but for now it's Gillespie, and it's his bat that keeps him in there.
57 driven in last year for Gillespie. Here's the 1-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that last swing by Gillespie looked like he was trying to beat the shift. It looked like he was trying to hit something down toward third base, where that position has been vacated.
White Sox had a chance to score in the first, a single, a double with 1 out, but LaRoche struck out, and then Garcia bounced out to end the inning. It's lifted in the air. Perez is calling for it from his rover position out there in short right. 1 out. That is a pop up to the third baseman on your score sheet. Now look at his sprints in as he heads back to third base. So the hit Gillespie played perfectly. 1 gone for Alexi Ramirez. Drives 1 high in the air to left field. Cespedes is under it, and there are 2 gone. Well, the clock is ticking. From now until midnight Sunday, you can get upper box tickets for just $24. You'll see the Tigers take on the Yankees April 20th through the 23rd. The offer is available exclusively at tigers.com/diamond deals. Enter the coupon code DIAMOND.
Have you seen the start that Alex Rodriguez is off to for the New York Yankees?
I have. He had 2 home runs last night.
He's got a total of 3.
There's a strike called. A-Rod and the Yankees coming to town.
He's pretty much been all their offense this year.
Yeah, the Yanks are 4-6 out of the gates. Boston 7-3 to lead the East. Here's the 0-1. Popped up. Right side of the infield for Cabrera. Flowers is out, and Sanchez an easy 1-2-3 second. Bank can be when it's time. Come to Comerica. Chrysler, come in to get a great deal during the Chrysler Awards season event. And by Spartan stores. For locations, visit turntospartan.com. Another great day at the ballpark here. Tigers and the White Sox, game 2 in this early season matchup between two Central Division opponents. Yoenis Cespedes backs away from a first pitch from Sale that misses high. Tigers, by the way, are in a stretch now of 22 of 26 against teams within the Central. A little bit low, 2-0 the count. So it'll be a very important stretch early on here for the Tigers, and if they continue to play the way they are, they will certainly make some hay against the Central. They'll get back out of play. 2-1 on Cespedes. Yoenis was 1 out of 4 in the ball game yesterday. He's hit safely in 8 of his first 10 as a Detroit Tiger.
Second time up yesterday. Really smart at bat against Samardzija. Went up there sitting on a breaking ball and got that breaking ball on a 2-1 pitch and hit it out to left for his first home run of the year.
Sale in that first inning through 23 pitches. That is popped up. Get back to the seats.
Now here's that home run yesterday by Yoenis Cespedes sitting on a breaking ball, and he got a hanger from Samardzija. Samardzija didn't make many mistakes. No stride for Cespedes. All upper body, and boy, does he have a lot of strength. He hit that thing nearly halfway up in the stands in left field.
There's Samardzija, who gave up that long home run.
He was sensational yesterday.
It's a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. 1 out. When you hit a ball halfway up the stands out there in left, man, you're not joking around.
He's strong.
Because that clears the bullpens and then back into the seats. Sale has his 3rd strikeout of the game, his 2nd consecutive now. Here's James McCann. Two out of 11 so far this year for McCann. A couple of RBIs. Look at a strike 0-1.
Well, the Tigers really need to probably change their approach today against Sale because he's throwing so hard. The guy's throwing 96, 97, 98 miles an hour.
Popped up. Short right field. Johnson going back. And look out, he almost runs into Garcia.
You really have to shorten your swing and just try to put the ball in play.
Hey, by the way, stay tuned to Tigers Live following the game. We'll select our Fox Sports Detroit Tigers Player of the Game, presented by the 2 for $5 Classic Quarter Pounder with cheese.
And a little wind up there today. And some miscommunication between Garcia and Johnson.
2 down now for Hernan Perez. Strike 1 on the outer edge.
A nice little slider there thrown by Sale. He started it off the plate and it ended up on the corner at 87 miles an hour.
0-2.
This guy's stuff is wicked.
And his numbers have been able to back that up ever since he got to the big leagues. Here's the 0-2. Tried to hit the outside corner, couldn't do it. Swing and a miss. He dusted at 96. 4th strikeout for Sale. Tigers go 1-2-3. Tigers baseball today presented by Bell Tire. by a score of 1-0 as we go to the top of the third here at Comerica. Another big crowd on hand here this afternoon, downtown Detroit. Anibal Sanchez goes back to work, and he faces Micah Johnson, the number 9 hitter. They'll start things off for the White Sox, then Adam Eaton and Melky Cabrera. He had just a 7-pitch second inning, did Sanchez. 2 balls, no strikes on Micah Johnson. Playing second base for the White Sox, Johnson at 167. Hitless in his last 9 at bats. Wave and a miss, 2-1. Johnson, rated the number 4 prospect in the White Sox system, can really run. The 2-1 pitch. That's in there. 2-2. McCann flashing signs today. The 2-2 pitch. Johnson be followed by Eaton and then Melky Cabrera in the Sox third inning. Bouncing ball to second, right at Ian Kinsler. Johnson is out, 1 gone. Wow, look at that ratio for Sanchez.
Pretty good. Of the 30 pitches he's thrown, 24 have hit the strike zone. He also went 7 of 9 in first pitch strikes, first time through the batting order of the Chicago White Sox.
6 in a row retired by Sanchez. Here is Adam Eaton. Signed a big contract in the offseason, but has gotten off to a slow start for the Chicago White Sox. 5-year deal in March. He could be a guy, though, that can be a spark plug, and we have seen him do that in the past for Chicago. Here's the 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. He's also a guy that understands his role, and that's to get on base for the guys hitting behind him. Here's the 2-0. Way outside. 3 balls, no strikes on Eaton. Sanchez got him to pop up his first time. And he lost him on 4 straight. 1-out walk. Let's go back to the studio now for an update. Matt Shepard. He makes it look easy, Shep, no doubt about that, especially at a premium position like that. Iglesias has been tremendous as Melky Cabrera stands in. Each ball club with 2 hits today. Tigers have a 1-0 lead on the RBI single by Miguel Cabrera in the first.
Adam Eaton has some speed at first base. He had 15 steals last year, but he was caught 9 times.
Did you read where the White Sox this year brought in Vince Coleman to work on base running and outfield work?
I did see that.
And I guess the hope is to maybe improve Eaton's base stealing numbers.
Well, Vince Coleman was one of the best. I mean, he was stealing 100 bases a year when he was playing for the St. Louis Cardinals. But those days are long gone.
I was about to say the same thing. Runner goes. McCann's throw. Got to be late. Stolen base for Eaton, his first.
A pretty good jump here by Eaton, and this is the one part of Anibal Sanchez's game that he does not do very well. He does not hold the opposition down from stealing bases.
Now the tying run in scoring position, 2-0 on Cabrera, and he drives one down the right field line. That ball is going to go to the wall. Martinez digs it up. That'll get a run in. Cabrera's on his way to second, in with a stand-up double, and the White Sox have tied the game.
And the White Sox have been waiting about 10 days to see their combination of Eaton and Cabrera at the top of that batting order start to get it going. And Sanchez walked Eaton on 4 pitches. He's still second. And then this is where Melky Cabrera does his damage. He gets a fastball that he turns on to drive in a run.
Cabrera gets his first RBI of the year.
You have to watch Abreu when runners are in scoring position. He loves to swing early and often.
Ball 1. Third hit of the game now for Chicago. And a chance for the White Sox to take the lead. Abreu had himself a double in the first inning, but the White Sox stranded 2 runners in scoring position in that frame. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike out of Abreu. Left-handed batter LaRoche waiting on deck. Abreu, the rookie of the year last year in the American League. He pummeled Tigers pitching as well last season. 368. 5 home runs. He hits that one in the air to shallow center field. Rajay late jump on it. Gonna dive and can't hold on. Everybody is safe. That'll leave runners at first and third.
Rajay Davis will be the first to tell you he should have made that play. But what happened to Rajay, he was fooled on the swing by Jose Abreu. Usually when Abreu hits the ball to center field, you're not coming in for it. And because of that, Rajay Davis with a late break and not able to make up the ground to make the play.
Just off the glove of Davis, who was hoping his speed could make up for the late jump. It'll be a base hit for Jose Abreu. And now the White Sox have 4 hits. There's LaRoche trying to break the tie. Ball 1. So after a 7-pitch second, some trouble here for Sanchez in the third. Walk, double, single. And missed inside again as well. 2-0. Roach has that odd batting stance. It's a little bit wide open, but he's also straight up in the batter's box.
It's almost like a softball approach.
Exactly. Exactly what it looks like. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
He's taking that uppercut swing, trying to hit something deep enough into the outfield for a sacrifice fly.
One is hit in the air. That ball is going down the right field line. That ball is a fair ball. And it is out of here. He not only got a sac fly, but he drives in a total of 3 with a shot deep to right.
Anibal Sanchez gave up a grand total of 4 home runs all of last year. He has already given up his 4th home run in just his 3rd start of the 2015 campaign.
It really is remarkable.
A fastball right down the middle. LaRoche trying to hit a fly ball and does better. A 3-run big fly for Adam LaRoche.
That makes it 4-1 in favor of the White Sox. Right down the right field line.
And that ball in center field that was not caught by Rajay Davis looms large because they would have been able to pitch around LaRoche with the base open and gone after Garcia with 2 outs.
0-1 on Garcia. He lines this one to right field. JD is on the move back to the warning track to haul it in. Hard hit ball the other way. 2 gone. RBI double by Cabrera, 3-run homer by LaRoche. All of a sudden, it's a 4-1 game for the White Sox.
Well, if Anibal keeps the score right where it's at, the Tigers' offense, even though Sale is on the mound and he is one of the best pitchers in baseball, they have the ability to put 4 runs on the board.
Here is Connor Gillespie. Popped up at his only at bat. They'll play the shift on for Gillespie again, and he looks at strike 1 on the outer edge. So Chris Sale now has been staked to a 3-run lead, 4-1.
And as hard as Sale is throwing here through the first 2 innings, he's going to need some help out of his bullpen. He is exerting a lot of energy here today.
Yeah, throwing a lot of pitches in that first inning, although he got his pitch count back in order in the 1-2-3 second. But he has come out throwing upper 90s in this game for Chicago.
He's come out today like he's a closer.
1 ball, 1 strike. Connor Gillespie. Lifted back out of play, 1-2. Same 2 teams tomorrow to wrap up the series. Here's the 1-2. But outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That home run by LaRoche was his 3rd of the season already. Sanchez, 3 long balls in his last outing. Again, just something you don't see Anibal do a whole lot of. Here's the 2-2. Popped him up. Foul ground left side. Going to be a tough play with the shift. Sanchez will try and make the play and does. He had the best shot at it. You don't normally see the pitcher do that. The LaRoche homer has broken this game open for the Sox. Park on a sun-splashed day, although the breeze is a little bit more brisk here this afternoon, blowing the flag out in center field. Jose Iglesias leads it off for Detroit, facing Chris Sale. It'll be Iglesias, Davis, Kindler, and ball 1 missing outside. Well, what a start for Iglesias. I mean, we saw him put together the game-winning hit yesterday in the bottom of the 9th. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And he drives this one to left center field. That's going to drop. Base hit.
Here's that base hit by Iglesias in the 9th inning. And Castellanos led off the inning with a double. Romine pitch ran for Castellanos, and it was Iglesias with the big knock. Man, he's so quick, they couldn't even get him with the Gatorade, man.
His first walk-off hit ever. And It ran the Tigers record to 9-1. He has picked up another base hit here today, and here's Rajai Davis.
Yeah, there was some controversy, however, after the game. Apparently, the shortstop, Alexei Ramirez, did apply the tag to Castellanos.
Line drive caught. 1 out.
Who led off the inning with a double, but Robin Ventura, the manager, did not challenge the play. And, of course, that turned out to be the winning run.
And it took a couple of replays to look at it, but it clearly did show that Ramirez did tag the toe of Castellanos. Initially, I think Robin Ventura decided not to challenge. Then he decided to, but the umpires told him play had continued, and so he wasn't allowed to challenge.
Yeah, it was too late after Brad Ausmus had inserted Andrew Romine as the pinch runner.
Strike 1 on Kinsler. Ian struck out on a nasty slider in his first at bat. Sale buried one at his ankles and got him to swing and miss. Here's the 0-1. 0-2 now on Ian. 4 strikeouts already for Sale. He picked up 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Get back out of play.
Now here's that play yesterday regarding Castellanos, and this was after Garcia throws the ball from right field. You could see in the super slow-mo the tag is applied by the shortstop, Alexei Ramirez, but it was a safe call, and there was no challenge by Robin Yount. Apparently the replay they had was one that did not show them that the tag was applied.
Ground ball scooped up by LaRoche to second one. There is no relay. Nifty play there by LaRoche, who has a gold glove in his pass.
Oh, he's got some sweet hands.
Only his second start at first base this year. Abreu has started all the others at first. His glove came in handy there. Here's Miguel Cabrera, knocked in a run in the first inning with an RBI single. 452 average now for Miggy. Strike 1. And even 10 RBIs for Cabrera on the year. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
11 straight seasons Miguel Cabrera has surpassed the 100 RBI plateau.
The league leader right now is Devin Travis of the Blue Jays with 12 RBIs.
Really?
Former Tiger farmhand.
Yeah, a couple homers too.
Yep. He's off to a nice start. Off the plate, 2-1. Four runs, 5 hits for Chicago. A run on 3 hits for the Tigers. Now the 2-1. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Victor lurking on deck. And the 3-1 pitch. Lost in ball 4. First walk of the ball game for Sale. He'll put 2 on now and bring up Victor Martinez.
It appeared that Sale really didn't want anything to do with Miguel Cabrera, even though Victor Martinez has great numbers against Chris Sale. He's batting .500 against him. Sale understands that Victor's not quite 100%, and he didn't want to mess with Miguel.
They talk about when they talk about pitchers being smart throughout the course of the ball game. You know, obviously egos come into play, and I'm sure Sale wanted to challenge Cabrera there, but it just wouldn't have been smart to do so.
On most days, he would have most definitely went after Miguel versus going after Victor, but Miguel right now is locked in, and he's been locked in for the first 11 games of the year.
Martinez bounced out his first time up. Here's the 1-0. That is a little bit outside. 2-0 the count.
Just about every fastball that Sale has thrown here today has been 96, 97 miles an hour. Nearly half of his 54 pitches have been 95 miles an hour and above.
Whoa. Well, you wonder how long he can keep that pace up.
I don't think he's going to be able to keep it up very long, making only his second start of the year. He didn't really have a full spring training because he was injured.
Three of them 95 and above. Here's the 2-1. Bouncing ball again is short. Ramirez will go to second for the force. And the threat is over. We'll go to the fourth inning. It's America. Sunny day here at the ballpark today. And Sanchez goes back to the hill. Alexei Ramirez will lead it off for Chicago. And the fourth inning is underway with the strike called on Ramirez. Seven, 8, 9, Ramirez, Flowers, and Micah Johnson facing Sanchez, who surrendered an RBI double to Melky Cabrera, then a 3-run homer. Also in the third inning. Here's the 1-1 offering. Pulled fair down the line at third. An extra base again for the White Sox, and Ramirez, a bit of trouble out there in left field, will hold with a double. First hit of the day for Alexei Ramirez.
That's a fastball that he tries to get inside, but he does not quite get there, and right past Perez. Perez did not leave his feet. I think he thought that ball was foul.
It bounced around the corner down there, right by Cespedes, but it'll go as a double, the sixth hit of the game for Chicago.
And nobody out. Flowers will be trying to hit something through the right side of the infield past Kinsler and Miguel Cabrera, and to at least get Ramirez to third base. He'll be going in this direction.
Flowers popped up his first time. He has hit safely in his last 4. Giovanni Soto caught the ball game yesterday for Chicago. It's Flowers today. White Sox this afternoon have 6 hits. 4 of them have been for extra bases. In the air toward right field and hit well. JD going back. It's over his head. Ramirez went back to tag up. They're going to have to stop him at third. It'll be a double for Tyler Flowers. You don't often see 2 doubles not score a run.
Well, it's a nice job by J.D. Martinez. The ball bounced right back into his lap, and that presented problems for Alexei Ramirez, who was kind of caught in no man's land. Does he get back and tag? Does he go halfway? He was going back to tag when the ball went off the wall, but still too late for Joe McEwing, the third base coach, to run the risk of trying to score a run there.
So that not necessarily was a bad running play by Ramirez.
Not necessarily, because if he goes halfway to start and the ball's caught by J.D. Martinez, he doesn't get back to tag to get back to third base. What happened there was that ball just bounced exactly back to J.D. Martinez.
Well, MGM Grand brings you the scouting report on Anibal Sanchez, and 219 lefties opponent average last year, which was the 5th lowest in the major leagues. Lefties today, 3 for 6. Now the infield coming in.
Yeah, Brad, with Chris Sale on the mound for the White Sox, he knows that he can't give the White Sox any more runs.
Micah Johnson looks at a ball outside, 1-0.
And squeeze always has to be in the back of your mind when you have this kind of a combination. A guy like Johnson that can handle the bat, and a base runner like Ramirez at third base that has some speed.
Lane Hardy warming up for Detroit. Smothered down there by McCann. 2-0 now on Johnson. 7th hit of the game for the Chicago White Sox. They've had 3 doubles in the last 2 innings. Here's the 2-0. Johnson bounced out his first time up. White Sox came into this game hitting just .217 as a team, which was 11th in the American League, but they've put some offense up today as you look at the numbers on Sanchez. And another strike on the outer edge, 2-2. Top of the order waiting on deck, Adam Eaton.
And Sanchez looking for the strikeout. He can get it a couple different ways. He can elevate the fastball up to get Johnson to swing through one, or rely on the catcher on something at the bottom of the zone.
Full count. Foul back out of play. Sanchez coming off a start in which he gave up 5 runs in that last start he made in Pittsburgh, but he struck out 9 in that game, and for stretches he was absolutely unhittable.
Yeah, before he gave up some runs in the 7th inning, he had gone 12 consecutive batters without allowing any of the Pittsburgh Pirates to reach.
It's a walk, and that's going to load the bases now with nobody out. Second walk in as many innings now for Sanchez. Lane Hardy tuning up. The Tigers by and large have not had to go to the bullpen early in most games so far this year. Their bullpen certainly well rested because of the depth that the rotation has given them. Here is Adam Eaton. White Sox already lead 4-1. Swing and a miss. Tied at the corners. That's how the White Sox are playing the infield. Eaton walked, stole a base, scored a run back in the third. Tigers, I should say. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Adam Eaton. Sanchez right now in the process of trying to dig out of a big hole here in the fourth inning. Fouled away. Well, just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Looks like Al Albuquerque has joined Blaine Hardy to form a righty-lefty combination. Oh, look out. That hit the bat, it appeared. And down goes Eaton.
Strike three.
That's going to be the first out of the inning. Robin Ventura coming out to argue. Well, you could hear the response of Eaton. Ventura chatting now with Jeff Kellogg, the home plate umpire. Let's take another look.
It's a nice sail job by Eaton, but the home plate umpire, Jeff Kellogg, not buying.
Yeah, that hit the knob of the bat, it appeared. That should be strike three. Well, they're going to take a look at it.
Well, after yesterday and Robin Ventura not taking a second look at the Castellanos double in the ninth inning, he's going to take a look at everything the remainder of the way.
Although when you get situations where you're looking at whether or not the ball hit the bat or the hand, those are really tight situations to look at as opposed to maybe a play at the base. But they'll challenge it. And the call on the field right now is that ball hit the knob of the bat for strike three because that foul was caught by the catcher McCann. I think it hit the knob of the bat.
I do too.
But you're right, it was a terrific sell job by Eaton. So the umpiring crew looking at it now, and actually the command center in New York taking a look at the replays, and they've got a decision. He's out. Foul tip. So Eaton with a nice try, but he's going to be out. It's a big out, one away.
And now Sanchez just one pitch away from getting out of this mess. If he can get Melky Cabrera to hit something on the ground.
It's a second strikeout for Sanchez. So Melky Cabrera will stand in now.
And Robin Ventura loses his challenges for the remainder of this contest.
Slices one foul down the left field line. 4-1 the White Sox lead. They've got the bases loaded with one away. A couple of doubles and a walk in this inning. Field looking for that ground ball off the bat of Melky Cabrera. Single double in this game plus an RBI. foul high, 1-1.
And Tigers' middle infielders, Iglesias and Kinsler, they both need to be aware of the fact that Johnson's not being held on at first base. Therefore, he's going to get a good break off of first base on a ground ball. And so they need to make sure that they know that and they hurry to turn 2.
Now Cabrera down on the count, 1-2. So if Sanchez has to pitch out of this problem here, he's going to have to get a couple of good hitters in Cabrera and Abreu waiting on deck. Driven foul down the left field line. Cabrera signed to a 3-year deal in the offseason by Chicago, part of the big makeover they had. Jeff Samardzija, David Robertson joining the pitching staff. The 1-2. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
They've got a great owner in Chicago, Jerry Reinsdorf, and he opened up the pocketbooks this offseason knowing that if they were going to overtake the Tigers, they had to spend some money, and gave Robin Ventura everything that he needed to contend for the division.
Two balls, 2 strikes, and now Cabrera steps out. That is lined in right field, a base hit. Ramirez scores. Flowers will go to third and stop there, and a good at bat there by Melky Cabrera, who's now 3 for 3.
That's the second time today he has gone down to his shoe tops and gotten a breaking ball from Anibal Sanchez and had success with a base hit to right field. Here's a changeup that he's clearly out in front of, and that ball nearly bounces.
It's his second RBI of the day. Sanchez, you got to be kidding me. Make it a 5-1 ball game now. Base is still loaded. Here is Abreu. Danger time now with Abreu up there. Single and double in his back pocket today. Big swing there, 0-1. Well, it's been a 24-pitch fourth. He threw 27 in the third, so the pitches piling up now for Sanchez. These numbers, the bases loaded last year, Abreu hit 571. Whoa. We talked about the fact that last year he really did a lot of damage against the Tigers. 368 overall. He's added 2 more hits here today. The 0-1 rides inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Abreu takes what you give him. He doesn't try to hit everything out of the ballpark. If you make a mistake, he knows he has the kind of power that he can reach the seats in any direction. But when there's runners in scoring position, he's looking for a single. He's looking for that pitcher to make a mistake.
Strike called by home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg.
Good slow breaking ball. That's 73 miles an hour thrown by Sanchez, trying to get Abreu out on his front foot. He's trying desperately to get a ground ball.
107 RBIs last year for Abreu. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate, 2-2 on Abreu.
The Tigers have done that quite often in the first 2 games of this series against Abreu with 2 strikes. They've gone inside with good fastballs. David Price did it a few times yesterday. Making Sanchez work awfully hard here in the 4th.
Fouled away. And this appears to be one of those days where Brad Ausmus will be able to get some of his bullpen pieces some work, unfortunately. 5-1 right now, Chicago. And Sanchez about to throw his 80th pitch of the afternoon. Driven toward left field, hit well. Cespedes going back. He looks up, and that ball is going to go a grand slam for Jose Abreu.
What a nice, short, quick stroke by the very talented first baseman of the White Sox, Abreu.
His second career grand slam, his third hit of this day, and it's 9-1 Chicago.
Sanchez has already surrendered more homers this year than he did all of last season.
That one got out in a hurry. And that's going to be it for Anibal. He will depart the scene after the grand slam. Wall side windows pitching change. Here comes Blaine Hardy. We'll be back. Sanchez out of the ball game, and Blaine Hardy, the left-hander, will take over.
Only the third game that Hardy has been in since being recalled on opening day when Joe Nathan went on the disabled list.
So Hardy facing Adam LaRoche here. A 3-hit game for Cabrera and Abreu of the White Sox. Slap foul back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, here's that really nice short quick stroke by Abreu with 2 strikes, a slider that doesn't get to the area that Sanchez wants it, and Abreu was so strong. Drives it out in the ballpark. That's his 4th career homer against Tigers pitching.
1-2 on LaRoche. Tigers just have not been able to get Abreu out. Single, double, and a homer for Abreu in this game. Triple short of the cycle. LaRoche sends a ground ball back up the middle. Kinsler on the backhand. Tried to flip it to Iglesias, but to no avail. That'll be an infield hit for LaRoche. And the hits just keep on coming now for the White Sox. Here's Avi Garcia. Sox have established a couple of highs for this season in this game. Runs in a game at 9 and runs in an inning 5. High pop-up, foul ground. Going to be a tough play if it's playable. It's going to bounce back into the seats. There is still only 1 out in this inning. And the look on Sanchez's face says it all.
Yeah, rough one for Anibal Sanchez.
9 runs today and 5 runs in his last start. White Sox with 6 extra base hits, 6 of the 10. That's drilled to left field.
White Sox got their hitting shoes on today.
Somebody tell them to take them off. By the way, it's April in the D on Fox Sports Detroit. Visit the life-size bobbleheads of Detroit Tigers Victor Martinez and Ian Kinsler at the GM Renaissance Center in downtown Detroit. If you'd like more information on April in the D, visit foxsportsdetroit.com. So here is the 9th man at bat in the inning. That'll be Connor Gillespie. Ball 1 inside. They've got Gillespie twice on pop-ups. White Sox trying to add to their 9-1 lead. 2 on, 1 out. One ball, 1 strike. Chicago went 9-10 against the Tigers last year. It was their 5th straight losing record in a season series. The Tigers have beaten them 5 straight years in the season series. Robin Ventura has quite a few more bullets in the gun this year. And he's used quite a bit of them today. They lead 9-1. Bounce in and away from the can. Runners will advance. Safe to say this is the ugliest inning we've seen for the Tigers this year?
I would agree with that. Tigers haven't performed poorly at all in the first 10 games of the year, going 9-1, but scuffling today.
Wild pitch charge to Blaine Hardy. Infield coming in now for the Tigers. 2-1 on Connor Gillespie. And he rips that one foul down the right field line.
Well, you knew it was just a matter of time before the Chicago White Sox bats woke up, and it really starts at the top of their batting order with guys like Cabrera and Abreu, LaRoche with a couple hits today.
Yeah, they were too good to be sticking around at 217, which was their team average coming in. Two and 2 on Gillespie. And another base hit to right field. That'll get one more run in. And make it a 10-1 ball game.
A lot of their hits are coming with 2 strikes. Guys are unselfish. Guys aren't taking big swings with 2 strikes. Melky Cabrera with a couple of base hits today with 2 strikes. Abreu's grand slam was 2 strikes. 2 strikes there for Gillespie as well.
And another visit to the mound for Jeff Jones. So Gillespie gets his second RBI to make it a 10-1 ball game. The White Sox bat around here in the 4th inning. And while they chat about that, we will tell you this. Tomorrow is Kids Opening Day when the Tigers take on the White Sox. 1:08 start tomorrow. All kids 14 and under receive a free Tigers team baseball card set. For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER or visit tigers.com. Standing out beyond the outfield walls here. Another great crowd at Comerica, but they've been a little bit disappointed today with the output that the White Sox have had. Here's Ramirez, who started things off with a double.
Yes, it looks like it's pretty close to a sellout here today on a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
There they are, hanging out by the statues out in left center. Just a swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike. shallow left center. On the move is Cespedes. He'll make the catch. Runner will tag and score with no throw. So Ramirez a sacrifice fly and RBI. Garcia scores. $11-1 Chicago. Now with 2 outs, here is Tyler Flowers. He doubled over the head of JD Martinez earlier in the inning. Ball 1 outside. A 7-run 4th inning for Chicago. Hardy in place of the starter, Sanchez. Fly ball right field. This time JD will camp under it, and that will finally bring the inning to an end. They score 7 times. The White Sox will take an 11-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th.
Going to be awfully tough for the Tigers to come back and beat Sale today, and his stuff is wicked. Take a look at the arm slot that he comes from. There are a lot of hitters that literally say it looks like the second baseman is pitching to you with that wingspan and where he finally delivers the ball from, especially with his above average stuff. Fastball in the upper 90s all afternoon long.
So Sale had to sit down quite a bit while his teammates were scoring him 7 more runs. It's 11-1 now as JD Martinez leads it off. Martinez, Cespedes, McCann. And a ball missing outside to JD, who struck out back in the first. Put outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
And back-to-back changeups thrown to JD Martinez.
The 2-0. 3-0 on JD. Cespedes waiting on deck. Here's a strike. Tigers got a run in the first on a double by Davis and a single by Miguel Cabrera. That is it against Chris Sale today. Here's the 3-1. Pounded back out of play, 3-2. Most runs the White Sox had scored in a game coming into play today was 6. They got 7 runs in the 4th inning alone. Here's the 3-2. Down the right field line, it is slicing. And a foul ball.
The Tigers have given up 11 runs here today. You have to go all the way back to their last 5 games combined. for a grand total of 11 runs given up by the pitching staff.
LaRoche with a 3-run homer in this game. Abreu a grand slam. 2 is a high fly ball to right field and hit well. Back to the wall. Garcia gone. It's out of here.
5th big fly of the year for J.D. Martinez, and 4 of the 5 have been hit the opposite way to right field.
Just continues to show power the other way. Tigers get one of them back.
Well, down by 10, 3-2 pitch. J.D. knew he was going to get a fastball from Sale, and it was right down the middle, and he didn't miss it.
Here's Cespedes. 0-1 to Cespedes.
Already 5 home runs for Martinez, 11 games into the season.
That is popped up. Shallow left field. Ramirez madly to Sun. Tough play. Who's going to get there? It's Eaton to bail him out.
That's a good job by Eaton, because Alexei Ramirez, the shortstop, had no idea where it was.
Well, Martinez almost on that pace that he produced in AAA last year in the month of April when he hit 10 home runs the first month. That prompted the call-up. But he's off to a nice start this year with his 5th long ball. Here's McCann. He popped up his first time. Ball 1 on McCann. Sale last year finishing 3rd in the Cy Young voting, right behind Kluber and Felix Hernandez. Swing and a miss. And had he not spent some time on the disabled list, might have had an opportunity to finish a little bit higher.
His stuff is absolutely filthy. Not many left-handers as good as Sale is. It's a really short list. I mean, you got guys like Clayton Kershaw in Los Angeles, David Price here. Madison Bumgarner, I'm still out on him. I mean, I know he had a stellar postseason, but it seems strange to mention his name in the same breath as the last 3 that I mentioned.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And I think his numbers early this year will prove that your skepticism is warranted. But Sale certainly is there among the best. Last season, almost 11 strikeouts per 9 among starters in the American League. That was best.
Pretty good pitchers on that list.
He's right ahead of Max Scherzer.
King Felix, Corey Kluber, and David Price.
It's a who's who right there. 2-2 is popped up. Shortstop side, Ramirez. And McCann is 0 for 2. 2 down now for Hernan Perez. Sale struck him out back in the 2nd. Perez hits one in the air toward left. That'll be caught by Cabrera to end the inning. Tigers get a run on the home run by J.D. Martinez. 4 in the books today. All White Sox. Get the lowest tire price, period. Bell Tire. Myers, save big with M-Perks from Myers. Sign up at mperks.com. And Chevrolet, find new roads. Back here at Comerica Park, kids are having fun, taking their swings. Nothing like T-work to sharpen up that swing, Rod.
Yeah, a little fella leaning on that.
Nice. Here come the White Sox now as we go to the 5th inning. Blaine Hardy is back out there. And he misses ball one high to Micah Johnson. White Sox second baseman in this game. Johnson had a walk in the big 4th inning. Lifting that one back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hardy took over for Sanchez in the 4th inning. Up and in to Michael Johnson.
And Blaine overthrew that last breaking ball, therefore it didn't get much break on it. Kind of slipped out of his hand.
Johnson can really run. A couple of years ago in 2013, he swiped 83 bases in the minors. That is a lot of bags. He stole 22 last year, was hurt part of the season. And he walked him inside. Another base runner for the White Sox. Hey, every weeknight, don't miss MLB Whip Around on Fox Sports 1 with highlights, instant analysis, live look-ins from around the league. MLB Whip Around is weeknights at 7 Eastern on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Eaton fouls it away 0-1. For 2 walk, stolen base run scored. 150 batting average for Eaton. Fly ball slicing toward the line. Cespedes had it played nicely. 1 out. Now Melky Cabrera. Blaine Hardy made his major league debut last season with the Tigers against Kansas City. He would end up appearing in 38 games and did nice work out of the Tigers bullpen.
He really did. Left-handers hit barely over 200 against Blaine Hardy last year.
Going into spring camp, he had really an opportunity to make the club. Of course, the Tigers signed Tom Gorsolani, left-hander at the bullpen. Ian Kroll pitched well in spring training, and he won a job as well. Hardy went down to start the year at AAA and then immediately was called up on that first homestand against the Twins. Ball high.
Blaine not overpowering by any stretch of the imagination. His top fastball right around 91 miles an hour. He'll cut the fastball. Nice breaking ball. Usable changeup.
Tap toward third base. Let it roll foul.
There was that big breaking ball to Melky Cabrera at 73 miles an hour.
It's a bit of a different view down the right field line, right in the corner there. Sun-splashed afternoon, temperatures in the 60s today.
Really not a bad seat here at Comerica Park.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled back out of play.
You know where my favorite spot is, though, don't you?
The New Amsterdam 416 area up there.
Oh, it's a party up there.
Yes, it is.
No matter what the score is.
There it is. We had a chance to do a game from up there, and I had to keep Rod bolted to his seat. He kept going back for the TVs and the couch.
It's on back there.
You were hanging out with the peeps?
I sure was.
Here's the 1-2. And again, we'll get back out of play.
We got to make a bid to get back out there again this year.
It really is a unique vantage point. Right now it's in the shade, so it might be a little bit cool there today. They're blocked from the sunlight. But having fun nonetheless. Ripped back up the middle into center field, base hit. That is a 4-hit day for Cabrera.
Have a day, Melky Cabrera.
2 on, 1 out.
This guy's had a day too. He's a triple away from the cycle.
Got a few of these White Sox batting averages that'll be on the climb after this one. Abreu has the big blow, the grand slam home run in the 4th. His average up to a healthy 270 now. 11-2, White Sox lead. We're in the 5th. And Abreu looks at a strike. We've talked about this oftentimes, Rod. When you get 3 hits, you might as well be greedy. You don't want to settle for 3 hits, try and get 4. That's what guys try and do.
That's exactly what Melky did, and I'm sure Abreu is thinking along those same lines. Good off-speed pitch there. Abreu was fooled, looking for a fastball. Straight changeup thrown by Hardy.
Hardy ready for the 0-2. Just off the plate. 1-2 on Abreu.
Tigers have tried to go inside against Abreu with 2 strikes. We'll see what Hardy does.
Angel has been warming up in the Detroit bullpen. Bouncing ball. Iglesias to second. There's one. Relay, not in time. A little bit of a hesitation on the exchange there from Kinsler. They almost got the double play.
Yeah, they did go inside against Abreu with the 2 strikes. Iglesias gets to Kinsler, but Kinsler couldn't get it out of his glove. Therefore, Abreu able to beat it out.
First and third, 2 outs. It's Adam LaRoche. Up and in, 1-0 on LaRoche. 3-run shot back in the 3rd. One of the things that he certainly will provide the White Sox this year with power. He's had a lot of power and a lot of homers in his career. In fact, LaRoche is not a guy that's talked a whole lot about, but he's a guy that has driven in 100 twice in his career. Excellent fielding first baseman. Bounced around a lot. Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Boston, to name a few. Washington most recently. Missed inside, 2-1.
And when they decide to get Abreu, their everyday first baseman, off of his feet, and they put LaRoche at first, they get themselves a Gold Glove defender.
Ripped right by Cabrera down the right field line.
Watch your lips, Miggy.
Get another run in, maybe 2. Nope, they're going to hold the runner at third base. Abreu stops there. Double RBI for LaRoche. So he's got himself a 3-hit game.
Ball absolutely smoked down toward Miguel Cabrera. Miggy really no chance at making a play.
Comes Brad Ausmus. That's going to be it for Blaine Hardy. Nesbitt has been warming up. He'll come into the game. And another wall side windows pitch and change. We'll be back. As you can see, it's all White Sox thanks to a 7-run fourth inning. Anibal Sanchez 3 1/3, 9 hits, 9 earned runs, and the White Sox 2 through 4 hitters are, believe it or not, 10 for 12.
That is the first time that Anibal Sanchez has taken a ball in the big league game and given up 9 earned runs in a game. He had never done it before.
Angel Nesbitt has come on out of the Tigers bullpen. He promptly throws one to the backstop, but it came right back to McCann, holding the runners where they were. One ball, no strikes on Javi Garcia. 14 hits today for Chicago. The Tigers had only 4. Garcia 1 for 3. Singled, scored in the 4th inning. One ball, one strike.
This might be one of those days where Brad Ausmus gets some of his everyday players off their feet. With Chris Sale on the mound, it's going to be very difficult for the Tigers to come back and win this game. So guys like Miguel, Cespedes, Kinsler, your veteran players that play every single day, you might want to get them off their feet here.
Bouncing ball to short, gobbled up there by Iglesias. That'll end the inning. They get another run to the White Sox. Tigers baseball today presented by Bell Tire. A 12-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tigers trailing the White Sox here today. Chris Sale goes back to the mound facing number 9 hitter Jose Iglesias. Then Rajai Davis and Ian Kinsler, and a ball outside from Sale. His pitch count really hasn't been in all that good a shape today either, but he's been backed up by some big time offense. It's a strike called on Iglesias. Here's the 1-1.
Our Xfinity high-speed pitch is telling us that Chris Sale has touched 98 miles an hour in this game. 82 with his breaking ball.
Fly ball, shallow center field. Eaton coming over.
And the one thing that I've noticed about Sale the last couple of innings after his team got him a huge lead, not throwing nearly as hard as he was the first 3 innings of this game. 27 of his total 78 pitches have been 95 and above, and a lot of those 97 miles an hour here today.
Yeah, a few 98s. And as you mentioned, most of those early.
And now he is starting to pitch with a huge lead, using his changeup, using his breaking ball.
Back Davis out of there. It's one thing that Brad said about Sale before the game today. He's not afraid to pitch inside to right-handed batters. Comes at you with that angle. He's a tall lefty, tough angle to pick up.
Yeah, it looks like the second baseman is pitching to you.
Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Bouncing ball to third, scooped up there by Gillespie. Two up, two down. Bring up Ian Kinsler. Series finale tomorrow, and then beginning on Monday, the Yankees are coming in.
The Tigers have won all 3 of the series they've played so far this year, sweeping 2 of those.
Tomorrow we're going to get another look at Shane Green, who Rod has been much better than advertised, I think.
Oh my goodness. The stuff that he's been featuring. Firm fastball at 95, 96, legitimate swing and miss slider. Continues to gain confidence in that changeup.
2-1 on Kinsler.
He hadn't given up a run yet, has he?
Not an earned run. No.
8 strikeouts. He's only walked 1. And he's working quick, too. You can make a dinner reservation tomorrow, buddy.
You're in pretty good shape, aren't you?
You're in pretty good shape with Green.
That's what we've loved to see from Shane this first 2 starts. There have been some innings where he's back in the dugout like in 5 minutes.
He was the best rookie pitcher that I saw last year pitch against the Tigers. And we saw quite a few, but it was Green that impressed me the most. Against the Tigers lineup, what he was able to do in his 2 starts.
Tigers got Green. They shipped out Robbie Ray, who was part of that Fisker deal. Here's the 2-2 rolled foul. In your opinion, is the ceiling a little higher on Green than it might have been for Robbie Ray? What do you think?
I think so. Robbie Ray is a good pitcher and is going to be a good pitcher. Left-handers that throw 93, 94. Those guys aren't falling off trees, but he kind of lacked the intensity that Green has. I see a different tenacity in Green that I did not see in Robbie Ray, and that's kind of been the knock on Robbie Ray. But Robbie's going to win a few games for the Diamondbacks.
Shane Green will be on the hill tomorrow facing Jose Quintana of the White Sox. Sale ready with the 2-2. And it's grounded towards second. It'll be routine there for Johnson. Chris Sale with a 1-2-3 5th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. 5 in the books. All Chicago today. at Comerica Park. Well, the Tigers coming into this ball game today, they were 9-1, really on a prolific pace, especially when you compare what they are doing to what the 68 and 84 teams did.
Well, this 84 team pitching much better until today, and of course those last two went on to win the World Series, scoring nearly 5 runs a game, all 3 of the squads.
6th inning is underway as Connor Gillespie leads it off against Angel Nesbitt.
They had a lot of good players on the 84 and 68 teams, as they do in the 2015 version of the Detroit Tigers.
A lot of all-stars.
Led by the Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famer Miguel Cabrera.
Fouled back out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gillespie 1 for 3 with an RBI today. There's the shift that they employ when he is up there. 7-run 4th inning, the difference here this afternoon. The grand slam highlighting that inning by Jose Abreu. The 1-1. 1-2 on Gillespie.
Nasty breaking ball there thrown by Nesbitt.
We know Nesbitt's story by now. He made the Tigers ball club out of spring camp, really pitched well, opened up a lot of eyes. And lo and behold, he made his first big league club. And he's acquitted himself quite well so far. Swing and a miss.
Ooh. Wow.
Let's head back to the studio now for a game break. Here is Matt Shepard. All right, Shep, thanks. I know that Salazar didn't have a good camp, but man, we know that he's got some big promise.
Yes, he does.
Here's Alexei Ramirez, and he looks at ball 1.
That's why so many people were picking the Cleveland Indians to be the best team in this division this year. Was their quartet of starters led by Corey Kluber, Carrasco, Salazar, and Trevor Bauer.
Waving a miss.
But they're not off to a good start.
They are not. Tigers, they got to Kluber early when they faced him in Cleveland.
And then he kind of settled in. He went to some breaking balls and off-speed pitches and simply stopped trying to overpower the Tigers hitters.
Now the 1-1. Bouncing ball to short. Iglesias to his left. So Nesbitt has retired all 3 that he's faced. 2 outs here in the 6th for Tyler Flowers. Brad had to go to the bullpen early in this one. In the 4th inning, he brought Wayne Hardy in, and then Nesbitt in the 5th. Flowers 1 for 3, a double as part of that big 4th inning. In there for a strike, 0-1. Flowers last year had season or career highs, I should say, in virtually every offensive category. 15 home runs, knocked in 50. Has been missing outside, 2-1.
He got off to a fantastic start last year. He was hitting nearly 400 in the first month of the season.
Finishing up the year at 241 with the decent power numbers. Up and in. 3-1 on Flowers. And he lost it, ball 4. First walk for Nesbitt. Fans see the Tigers take on the Yankees April 20th through the 23rd. Receive an Al Kaline 1968 replica jersey. It's part of the Detroit Tigers Championship Jersey Series. Exclusive packages available at tigers.com/jersey. a Tigers family enjoying the sunshine today. That little guy won't remember what the score is. Here's ball one to Micah Johnson. A couple of walks, a couple of runs scored for Johnson. There's a strike called.
A nice little changeup there thrown by Nesbitt. Fastball gets up to 96. He's got a nice slider and a changeup.
White Sox are hopeful that Johnson can seize the second base position. He brings an interesting element with his speed. However, off to a slow start for the Sox this year.
Now they've got themselves a nice insurance policy in Gordon Beckham, should Johnson not be able to seize the opportunity.
Slow roller toward first base. Nesbitt off to make the play, but he can't pick it up. Johnson is safe at first base.
Well, there's that speed that comes into play. And Nesbitt, the one thing that you have to make sure you do is pick up the baseball before you can apply the tag to Johnson. He took a look up at Johnson at the last moment as he got to the ball. Therefore, he whiffed on it.
It'll be a base hit for Micah Johnson. 2 on 2 outs now for Adam Eaton. And here comes Jeff Jones again. He has made quite a few trips here this afternoon. That is the 15th hit that the White Sox have posted now. More action in the Detroit bullpen.
Everybody in their starting lineup has at least one hit today, with the exception of the man who is standing in the batter's box, Adam Eaton. But he has scored a run today.
Tom Corzolani heating up in the Detroit bullpen. So here is Eaton now with 2 on 2 out. Nesbitt starts him off with a strike. Here's the 0-1. Lifted back out of play. No balls. 2 strikes on Eaton. Mentioned Eaton was signed to that big contract in the offseason. Had a nice year last year. High on base percentage. A lot of energy. And the 0-2. Tap foul.
He can cover a lot of ground in center field, too. He made some really nice defensive plays last year against the Tigers.
Robin Ventura has a lot of confidence in his bunting abilities. In fact, in a game against the Indians earlier this year in the 9th inning with 2 guys on, there were 2 strikes in the count. He still kept the bunt sign on for Eaton, and he fouled it off to strike out. He's bounced towards second, and tough play there for Kinsley who gets the force. Nicely done. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th.
Miguel Cabrera was up against Chris Sale. Sale was throwing everything at 97, 98 miles an hour. Miguel finally fell behind with 2 strikes, but that 9th pitch he singled sharply up the middle for an RBI on his birthday. Really, Chris Sale threw Miggy everything but the kitchen sink in that first at-bat. He still couldn't do anything with Miggy.
Cabrera then walked in the 3rd. This is his 3rd at bat of the afternoon. 12-2 in favor of the White Sox.
Nice little slow breaking ball at 81 miles an hour there, thrown by Chris Sale, who has started to pitch.
Yeah, you made a good point, because it wasn't like that early on, was it?
No, he came out with one goal in mind, and that was to keep the Tigers off the board with a lot of elevated fastballs in the upper 90s. He hadn't thrown 195 and above since the 4th inning.
Foul tip into the glove.
And he's already got 27 of those 95 and above, so that gives you an idea of how hard he was throwing early in this game.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Cabrera down on strikes. First strikeout for Sale since the 2nd inning. Retired 7 straight as Martinez settles in. Victor is 0 for 2. Ground ball to 3rd. That's the 3rd ground ball that he's hit against Sale. He's going to go down 5-3 on that one. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th inning. J.D. Martinez. Fifth home run of the year for J.D. Came back in the 4th. Solo shot, and again it went the other way into right field. That's pulled foul 0-1. The amount of games he needed to get to 5 home runs last year. He needed 32 games. He's done it in 11 games this year.
We did a little fair or foul segment in the studio a couple of days ago, and the question was, would J.D. Martinez end up with more home runs this year than Miguel Cabrera?
Ooh.
I said foul.
Said foul.
I couldn't disrespect Miggy like that.
Yeah, and I would tend to agree with you.
I mean, as much power as J.D. has, I would never bet against Miguel Cabrera in anything.
However,
in his hand.
Let's say that he does finish ahead of Miguel in home runs. Would that stun you?
No.
No.
It wouldn't stun me.
Right.
Wouldn't stun me.
2-2 the count. Fouled off.
Now here's some of that opposite field power on display in the 4th inning. And by J.D. Martinez, by one of the toughest left-handers in the American League, Chris Sale.
Got him in the outside corner. Strike 3. Martinez didn't like it, but Sale is dealing now. 6 strikeouts. He's retired 9 straight. Tigers have made a pitching change in this one. Nesbitt is done for the afternoon. Tom Gorzelani is in now.
And Gorzelani pitching only his third game this year. Outstanding last year was Gorzelani. They brought him in to primarily be the left-handed specialist out of the bullpen.
Well, as my partner correctly predicted, the Tigers have gotten some of their big timers off their feet now. With Vila coming into play first, Romine is at third. Perez will move over to second. They'll get Kinsler and Miggy out of the game.
And get them ready for tomorrow afternoon.
Gorzelani facing 2, 3, and 4. Cabrera, Abreu, and LaRoche. In their first strike. First time we've seen Avila at first base in the regular season this year.
He can handle that position.
Saw a little bit in spring training down there.
What was it, 2 years ago he played a game at third base?
He did. That was in, I think, Colorado.
You're right.
Swing and a miss. It's the first time today they've gotten Melky Cabrera. He had a 4-hit day going. 1 out of the 7th.
You got Melky to leave the strike zone.
Here is Jose Abreu. In the air to center field. Davis will make the play. 2 quick outs. Now Adam LaRoche. Tom Gorzelani is signed by the Tigers to bolster their bullpen. A left-hander who began his career with the Pirates and really was in their starting rotation early on in his career. Had some success. Tigers signed him up on January the 8th as a free agent.
He was tremendous last year in the bullpen.
0-1.
And Tigers are hoping that he can continue to pitch as well in their bullpen this year.
Zach Putnam warming up for Chicago. Gorzelani last year with Milwaukee compiled an ERA of sub-1, 0.86. 23 games out of the Brewers' pen. Fouled at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Adam LaRoche. Sanchez started, was knocked out in the 4th inning. Hardy came on. Then Nesbitt, and now Gorzelani. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Gorzelani has a snappy 1-2-3-7. Couple of strikeouts to his credit. Coming up, the Dick Scott Automotive 7th inning stretch. this one. Here is our T-Mobile game changer this afternoon. I told you it's Miguel Cabrera's 32nd birthday today. How about the most hits before 32nd birthday? Look at some of these names, right?
Well, and one of the things that we talk about is the fact that anytime you can get your name mentioned with all those black and white photos along with Hank Aaron, you've done something. Those other guys are in the Hall of Fame.
And Cabrera with an RBI single on his birthday today. There's a new pitcher now. It's Zach Putnam for Chicago.
He's given up 4 earned runs in the 3 games that he has been in. He's walked 1, struck out 3. Born in Rochester, Michigan.
Went to Ann Arbor Pioneer High School. Zach Putnam, a new left fielder as well for Chicago. That is J.B. Shuck, the former Angel, is out there. And is in for a strike on Yoenis Cespedes. McCann and then Perez to follow. Sale retired the final 9 straight that he faced. Check swing low. 2-1. Cespedes today is 0 for 2, fly ball and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Sale ends up going a total of 6 innings in this game. 6 strikeouts. Here's Putnam's 2-2. Cespedes fouls it into the glove for strike 3. 1 out.
And big swing taken by Yoenis Cespedes on the breaking ball thrown by Putnam. Actually, that looked like a split-fingered fastball that kind of stayed up. He's got a better splitter than that. His splitter usually has outstanding tumbling action to it. He hung that one, but big swing by Cespedes. He swung right through it.
Here is James McCann. Bouncing ball toward third. Gobbled up there by Gillespie, and he is out by half a step. 2 up, 2 down in the Tigers' 7th. Now Hernan Perez. For 2 strikeout flyout for Perez. Putnam did good work last year out of the Chicago bullpen. He appeared in 49 games, had an ERA of 1.98. Began his big league career with Cleveland, then the Rockies, then the Cubs. And now on the south side with Chicago and the White Sox. Albuquerque warming up in the Detroit bullpen. Rolled foul. One and 2 on Hernan Perez, who got his first start of the season in this game today. Perez had just a couple of at-bats in the first week and a half of the year. Bouncing ball to short. Ramirez on the move. Perez is out. 1-2-3 inning for Zach Putnam. 7 in the books. Let's go to the 8th.
The Tigers on the scoreboard. Regardless, we'll recap it all after the game on Tigers Live. Matt Shepard and Jack Morris are in the Coliseum studios. Plus, I'll head into the clubhouse to chat with the players. And as always, you'll hear from Tigers manager Brad Ausmus. That's Tigers Live right after the game. Mario and Rod, back to you for now.
All right, Justin, thanks. We look forward to that. The Tigers, unfortunately, down by a big score here today as they've gone back to the bullpen.
Well, Brad Ausmus able to get Albuquerque in the game today, Hardy in the game, Gorzolani some action. They really haven't had time to get many guys action because the starters have been so good. Nice play by Andrew Romine, who was inserted in the game last half inning. 5-3 putout.
So with one away, here is Connor Gillespie. Here are the changes the Tigers have made. They've got Davis moving to left, and Anthony Gose is the new center fielder. Now Romine will shift over and move into right field with Gillespie coming up there. The big damage done today by the White Sox with the 7-run fourth inning. Albuquerque fires it home. Al replacing Gorzolani, who had a 1-2-3 7th. And a bouncer right back to the mound, knocked down by Al. 2 gone. A couple of ground ball outs. Tiger bullpen now has retired 6 in a row. That'll bring up Alexi Ramirez. Alex had a little trouble with that throw.
Well, he threw a seed over there to Albuquerque, a sinker.
That doesn't stun you at all, does it?
No, it does not. Not with Albuquerque.
Here's Ramirez, who was 1 for 3 with a double. Ball outside. So the Tigers have gotten Cabrera out of the game. Kinsler, Cespedes is out of the game now. Same 2 teams tomorrow to wrap up the series. And Al fires a strike 1-1.
A nice 2-seam fastball with some late movement on that 92-mile-per-hour heater thrown by Albuquerque.
Here's the 1-1.
Their slide piece.
That was a good one. 1-2.
Albuquerque can tell you that that slider is coming. And most right-handed batters that he goes up against, they know they're going to get it multiple times within the at-bat. But they can't make contact with it.
One and 2 on Alexi Ramirez.
Albuquerque got himself a nice contract in the offseason. Got himself a 2-year deal.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Al's been solid out of the Tigers bullpen.
He really has. You need a strikeout of somebody coming out of that bullpen. Albuquerque is usually the one you call on.
That one was a touch up and in. That zipped by the helmet of Alexi Ramirez. Fouled away. Albuquerque last year was counted on quite a bit by Brad Ausmus. 72 appearances, a career high.
Albuquerque can put Alexei away with the slider, but he's trying to fool him by the last 2 pitches have been fastballs that Alexei's been able to get a piece of. But a good slider will get him a strikeout.
There it is, but he got a piece of it to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 15 hits today for the White Sox, only 4 for Tigers hitters. They were stifled for the most part by Chris Sale today. We'll head back to the seats out of play. Big crowd here this afternoon of 39,877, enjoying a nice April afternoon on a Saturday here in the Motor City. And again, they'll square off tomorrow for the final game in the series before the Yankees come in. Low and away. The count goes 3-2 now on Ramirez. Alexi with a double and a sacrifice fly in this game. He's got Tyler Flowers waiting on deck. And the 3-2. He lost him, ball 4. 2-out base runner now for Chicago. Hey, you can follow the Tigers all season in 2015 with MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment, at any moment, with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, and a whole lot more. Get MLB.com at Bat for your smartphone or your tablets. Flowers slices one towards second, right by Perez into right field. Hard hit ball. Perez tried to play off to his left.
I'm not so sure Perez had time to get in front of this ball, which jumps up on him and goes right over the glove. Ball hit extremely hard by Flowers.
I don't think he had time.
Flowers had a decent day, couple hits, he walked, scored a run.
And Al missing high to Micah Johnson. Everybody in the lineup with 1 hit in this game, with the exception of Adam Eaton. Foul tip. He did walk, steal a base, and score a run, though. Al ready with the 1-1. And there's a strike in the outer edge, 1-2.
A nice fastball with some tailing action at 93.
Strike called, and Johnson caught looking to end the inning. No runs, a walk, a base hit. We go to the bottom of the 8th at Comerica.
for the White Sox on 16 hits. Chris Sale, who started for them, and he needed very little help. Let's take a peek at our Jimmy John's freaky fast delivery of the game. We've seen Sale a bunch the last couple of years, but I can't remember a time where he came out throwing 97, 98 in the first 3 innings, which he did. And he kind of slowed the Tigers down to the next 3 innings. Lots of off-speed pitches, lots of breaking balls. Well-pitched game today for Chris Sale, but he had a lot of run support.
Final numbers on Sale, 6 innings. And he is the pitcher of record for the Chicago White Sox. Here is Kyle Drabek, and a look at his spring numbers.
Kyle Drabek had an outstanding spring training. The main reason why he made the 25-man roster. Former #1 pick of the Toronto Blue Jays, Kyle Drabek.
White Sox claimed him off the waiver wire in late March on the 27th, and that is pulled foul. Off the bat of Jose Iglesias. Iglesias will be followed by Rajai Davis. In the air to center field. Bonifacio was in, and he is just one of the changes made by Chicago. Beckham now is the shortstop. So Ramirez out of the game. One of those days where both managers now are getting some of the bench pieces into the game with the wide spread, 12-2. Rajai looks at a ball high.
Kyle Drabek's dad pitched in the big leagues. Doug Drabek, he pitched for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Strike call. Now Drabek with the 1-1. Fouled off an old play by Rajai. Davis got the Tigers offense jump started early against Chris Sale. He doubled in the first, later scored on the single by Miguel Cabrera, but aside from the J.D. Martinez solo home run, that has pretty much been it against Sale today. And the bullpen as well. Popped him up, middle of the infield, Beckham, and it's going to be the veteran making the play. 2 up, 2 down. More action in the Tigers bullpen. Jonathan Chamberlain looking for some action. He'll get a chance to pitch in the 9th inning. First at bat for Romine. Ball 1 to Romine. Drabek working quickly. Here's the 2-0 coming home. Romine loops one in the air to center field. It's going to drop right in front of Bonifacio. 2-out single for the Tigers. And that'll bring up Alex Avila, his first at bat today. Play to pull on Avila, and he looks at a strike 0-1.
Yeah, good breaking ball there thrown by Drabek. 12-6 breaking ball.
Here's the 0-1, and there is a ball inside. Nick Castellanos has moved to the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Doug Drabek won 155 games in his major league career.
He had a nice career.
Pitched for Jim Leyland.
He did.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Kyle, meanwhile, his son got to the big leagues in 2010 for the first time.
His dad wasn't a hard thrower. Good sinker, good slider, good changeups.
3 balls, 1 strike. Kyle was the 18th overall pick back in 06. Woodlands High School in Texas. And he missed outside. It'll be a base on ball, so a 2-out hit and a walk. And Castellanos coming up to pinch hit for the DH Victor Martinez.
Tigers have used every last one of their position players today.
(12-2) Chicago. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Now Castellanos for Martinez. 263 for Nick. Strike 1. Played yesterday in game 1 and had 2 hits, single and a double. In fact, it was his double that set up a winning run in the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th. Drilled over the head of the shortstop, base hit. Throw to the plate is not in time. That'll get a run in. Pitch hit to RBI single for Nick Castellanos.
And ball hit right on the screws by Nick Castellanos. Very important when you've got that high leg kick to get that foot down on the ground so you can rotate with the hips. Romine off at the crack of the bat, able to score without sliding.
Here is J.D. Martinez. That'll bounce in 1-0. It's the first run the Tigers have gotten since the Martinez home run in the 4th inning. J.D.'s 5th of the year already. Drabek's 1-0. High towering drive deep into left field, way back to the track and caught.
The wind absolutely knocked that down.
He crushed that thing.
He did.
But the crosswind from left to right leaves JD wondering what happened.
started in center field, walked back in the third inning, and then he stole second base. And then Melky Cabrera, who's been struggling all season long, comes up with a big hit down in the right field corner to drive in Eaton. That tied the score at 1.
Well, here is Java Chamberlain now. He will come on and pitch in the 9th inning.
Yes, nearly 70 games pitched last year for Java Chamberlain, 29 holds. ERA is shade over 3.5. Opponents hit .249 against Java. He's only been in 1 game so far this season.
Yeah, that was April the 10th in Cleveland. First pitch is hammered to center field, sinking and caught on a dive by Ghost.
He's got some unbelievable range in the outfield. It doesn't matter whether he's going in, going back, or going laterally to the left or right. Ghost covers a lot of ground.
It's almost routine for him. One out of the 9th. Here's J.B. Shuck. His first at bat after taking over defensively. And Shuck will look at a ball, 1-0. Played in 4 games this year, 2 for 7. He's got a couple of RBIs. Two and 0. In there from Chamberlain. It was almost prophetic before the game today when Brad was asked what kind of an effect has it had on your bullpen. You're going so deep from your starters in the rotation that you haven't been able to get the bullpen guys some work. Well, plenty of opportunity today. There's a line drive single to center. J.B. Shuck is on with a 1-out base hit. And so the White Sox now have 17 hits. Abreu apparently will have one more shot at getting the cycle. He needs a triple. 3 out of 5 today with a grand slam. Ball is inside. 1 no strikes on Abreu. Tigers today have gone with Hardy and Nesbitt. They've gone with Gorzolani and now Java Chamberlain. Rough day for Anibal Sanchez, who was knocked out in the 4th inning this afternoon after the grand slam by Abreu. Bouncing ball short. Should be 2. There's 1. There's 2. Double play ends the inning. 6-4-3, which means we go to the bottom of the 9th at Comerica.
the Chicago White Sox. They're 2-3-4 combined for 10 hits total. One of them was a 3-run big fly by Adam LaRoche. That came back in the top of the 3rd inning.
Well, last chance now for the Tigers. LaRoche a big day, and Abreu a big day. A lot going on from their 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Here's Anthony Gose, his first at bat of the contest. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and Gose waves and misses 0-1. 12 runs, 17 hits for the White Sox. The Tigers 3 runs, 6 hits. Ball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Zach Putnam came on. And Drabek, after Sale, went the first 6. In the air to center field. Bonifacio going back. 1 out in the 9th inning. James McCann will step in now against Drabek. For 3 today for James McCann. Ground ball and a couple of pop-ups. Look out. That'll back him out of there as Drabek comes up and in. Here's the 1-0.
A nice little cut fastball thrown by Drabek at 89 miles an hour. Caught the outside corner.
McCann rolls that one foul. 1-2 to count.
And not the easiest thing to do for a rookie catcher. And McCann to play basically once or twice a week. He is so used to playing every single day.
He did so last year, had a really nice season with the Toledo Mud Hens. Getting his first opportunity now to play at the big league level.
And Tigers said they'd like to get him 200, 250 at-bats this year. And backing up Alex.
Bouncing ball back up the middle. Beckham throws him out.
Gordon Beckham, he can literally play any position in the infield.
He made a couple of really good plays yesterday at 3rd.
Didn't he, though? He's a shortstop by trade. That's where he played at the University of Georgia.
So with 2 outs, the Tigers down to their final out here in the 9th inning. Hernan Perez 0 for 3. Ball club back at him tomorrow. Try and bounce back. And the series finale. Perez ground ball, fly ball, strikeout. Bouncer right back up the middle. And under the glove of Johnson into center field, and Perez is on. It's going to be a tough play for the second baseman, but he couldn't field it cleanly.
The one thing that Johnson probably should have done on this play, instead of going at it the more conventional way with your glove in front of you, you got to backhand this ball. If you backhand it, then you've got plenty of time to plant the right foot and possibly get the out at first base. With McCann running as it was, he got over there, but because he was getting there at the same time the ball was getting to the glove, he didn't get the glove on the ground.
Here's Iglesias, and he looks at ball 1. 1 for 3 today for Jose. He's hit safely in his last 4. The average at 471. That's popped up. First base side. LaRoche, long run. Wind is going to take it and blow it away from him. Well, here's the upcoming pitching matchup presented by Gordon Chevrolet. Tomorrow will feature lefty Jose Quintana and righty Shane Green.
And Tigers are saying the top 3 pitchers in the White Sox rotation in this series: Samardzija, Sale, and then Quintana tomorrow.
Shane Green trying to put together another great start. He's had 2 really good ones. And sliced back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They've ruled that play with Perez a base hit, so the Tigers have 7 hits on the board.
Oh, thank you very much.
17 for the White Sox. Popped up, shallow left field. Beckham going back, and that is that. So the White Sox break out of their early season hitting woes and put up some big numbers today. 12 runs on 17 hits in this one, and they beat the Tigers at Comerica Park. We'll be back with more after this.